9. Well, a great big horny duty to you. Okay, I just made it back to Huron. And I've got all my stuff in here. Luckily, I was able to charge. I almost was not. I'm going to put my stuff out here. Or else it's going to freaking melt. I got all kinds of stuff. I got fish. I got potato salad. This car's so clean when it comes from the rich people, but us poor people, it gets dirty real fast. But I'm going to put this stuff right here. The grass is kind of cold. I'm going to leave it right there. It's still kind of cold. I didn't buy no ice. I didn't want to spend $5 for 5 big old gallons of freaking ice. Let me show you what's going on around here. Okay. So I got here, right? Oh, I got my keys. I got here and there's 2 cars here. Okay. So this one, didn't work for me today. And this one had the same, the thing on there is kind of jacked up. And you notice how Teslas don't have license plate in front? Isn't that interesting? But this one, now, you remember this morning, it was working. Now look at it. Look. It's not even turned on. And it was working this morning. Right? And so this is the one I was using this morning. And so, got 1 and 2. Okay? 2 Teslas, they'll charge all day long. Right? They got like, I don't know how much. I think they go like 300 miles. So you remember the car that was right there this morning? He was parked right there where I'm at. So I thought that maybe his didn't charge, because what he did was, instead of putting the thing back in here, he just wrapped it around the doodah. So I thought it must have not charged his car. So I was over there, and there's nobody in these cars. There's nobody in the cars. And so you could be here all night, right? And so I came back and I had no choice, so I plugged into this one, and miraculously, it's charging. The one they got at the police station is a freaking joke, big pile of freaking shit. It doesn't even freaking work. Why do they have it even listed? I told you the company that had all these solar panel chargers, they just went out of business. But I'll bet you these people here have something to do with it, because that one over there is for free. These two cars would be over there right now, charging for free with the same amount of energy, 6,000 watts for free. So I'm suspecting somebody's freaking doing some kind of bullshit, right? And it's that way everywhere. And so I went by by this one spot where this town should have all kinds of them, and they don't. They don't even have. They have one. They have one of these chargers, and it's not working. It's jacked up too. And so I went out to this other place where they had a whole bunch of them, 10 of them. And I get there, and every one of them has freaking cars in there with no people in them. California needs to make it a law that if there's not somebody in that car within 1 hour, you can call up the cops, right? Because they're doing this crap on purpose. They're sabotaging the crap. And they're leaving people stranded, playing their little freaking games. So luckily, um, it's charging. So that's what I was telling you. I didn't want to go attempt to do any of this stuff because if I would have got down there, there would have been no freaking chargers. All freaking cars all through there and not one person in them. These here actually they start charging you $3 after when your car charges up and it's still plugged in. They start charging you by the hour. This one it's $3. The one in Avenel is $10 an hour. But still, California needs to make it a law. If enough people start becoming aware of what these mofos are doing, okay? They're doing it on purpose to discourage people from getting electric vehicles. And if enough people make enough noise about it, they can start writing these mofos tickets. Right? Just call up 911. Hey, there's nobody in this car. It's been over an hour. Right? And it's not charging. It's already finished charging. So don't you think that's kind of suspicious? That one was working this morning, just a little while ago when I got here. Now I got all my groceries out there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I have to learn how to use the fast charger. They've got one in Lemoore. So I will do this again. I'll charge as I'm going through Huron, and then pull into Lemoore and try to use the fast charger there. But when I get there, watch, somebody's going to be using it. And then on the app, it's supposed to tell you if there's chargers available, right? So I got it still. It's a whole different ball game with these EVs. You have to know a bunch of stuff before you start, figuring it out. Right now, people got range anxiety, and once you start figuring it out, then it's a little bit easier. But like I'm keeping track of this, and I've got some stuff coming, so it's really amazing, you think about running out of juice out somewhere, and well, in an EV they would have to come out, and they have these big things now. Somebody made it, and it keeps about a 6 kilowatt hour of juice of electricity. Has like 6 kilowatt hour of storage, batteries. And so they can come out and it gives you a fast charge, which is about 50,000 watts per second, right? I think it's per second. Well, it's 50,000 watts. It's a 50,000 watt hour, 50,000 watts for 1 hour. And that'll get you to where you need to go to get charged. But in a ICE car, freaking dinosaur technology, gross polluter, those you just have to pour a gallon of gas in and you're gone down the road, right? Where these you have to charge it for 1 hour. But if you stop and think about it, and you're out in the Sahara Desert, right? And or in the Amazon rainforest, and you have a solar panel power station out there, an ICE engine ain't gonna do you no good. There ain't no gasoline out there, but there's plenty of sunshine, and this is free energy with these solar stations that are placed everywhere. This is a freaking disgrace that this solar panel station, power station for electric vehicles, sitting right outside of the police department here in Huron, California, is a big pile of freaking junk. It doesn't even, nobody's even taking care of it, right? I mean, I understand that the company went out of business in Northern California and they just abandoned all these things because you know who bought them out, right? Just bottom out and just let them rot. Well, why doesn't the city step in and fix them for the people so they can have places to charge for free? They got one over in Avenel. As long as the sun's shining, it'll put out 6,000 watts for free. Why can't they do it here in Huron? Over there in Avenel, they only have 2 chargers at the high school. Here they have 4 chargers. You know, this is Fresno County. That's Kings County. These people all need to straighten up and freaking fly right. It's like this everywhere. They're doing this to all the chargers. Everything's freaking hosed. So, yeah, I'm keeping time of this now. Okay, so I'm at 5 miles already, 22. Okay, so we're at 27. And the time is 3:05. Okay, so I didn't even turn it on. I didn't even turn the video camera on. I didn't turn the video camera on when I got to the one place where they have the 10 of them. I'll be commenting on this again later. Okay. And it's just a filthy mess. These people are freaking slime, freaking scum doing this crap. I didn't even show you the stuff. I couldn't believe it when I got there. It's so freaking nasty and disgusting. I got there, there was not even one freaking charger available. And there was not one person in their cars. They had 10 freaking chargers. Right? I thought for sure one would be available. So I'm going to learn to use that app that shows you if it's available, if there's nobody charging on it. And that way, if it says that they're all, you know, being used, you can save yourself a lot of time. And because when I started coming back, I was doing a beeline straight down the highway, right? When I saw all that shit, I was just like, get the hell out of here. I didn't have time to turn on the video to show you this freaking mess. I'm like, what the F am I going to do? Right? And so I made a beeline for Huron, and halfway down the road, they freaking tore up the road. There was no way to get out over there. And the road completely, they messed it up in half. They're putting up huge freaking, those big old gigantor looking freaking power lines, the high tension power lines, those huge ones. They look like big robots. They're putting in all new ones of those, and they tore up the road right there. So that put another like 8 miles onto my return to Huron, and I was already lacking because I'd made this detour to go out and see these chargers that they had out there. And when I saw it, I was like, just took off. I was making a beeline, and then freaking the road was tore up, so I ended up having to do a little detour. And so now I know a little bit better. So I think now I can just after I get a little bit better, I can just avoid Huron. I can just go straight from my house straight through Huron. I mean, straight through Avenel, top up in Avenel, and then just make a beeline for Walmart. And so that's what's going on. And I told you about the Toyota dealership, right? Big, nice Toyota dealership. They have one charger out in front, right in front of the building. And the freaking cables are freaking snapped. They're cut. All that's on them is the handles, right? Like somebody's trying to be funny. That's freaking disgusting. And so Yeah, so my next endeavor is to learn how to use the fast charger. I already know where it's at. I'm going to make an attempt. Actually, there's one out that way, 15 miles out from my house that way, but I've already tried that one. But I guess my account wasn't set up or something. So I'm going to try this one again. And um, probably tomorrow or something. Won't stop at Walmart because by the time, like this one, I had to charge here, and then that was 2 hours, and I charged over there and then charge here again. This way, if I can make it straight out to Hanford, I save a lot of time. Just charge out there and then straight back to, well, I still have to charge up a little bit in Avenel. But at least I'm able to get to Walmart now. I got a whole bunch of goodies. And so I was going to show you the one soda. I was looking all over for it. I was looking all over for the soda, the Poppy soda, the root beer. I was telling you about it just a few minutes ago. And turns out that these sodas are sold as singles. And I guess they sell them for mixed drinks because they're right by the alcohol. They're right by all the whiskey and wine and everything, and they're singles. And they're kind of expensive. So why in the hell are you going to spend, how much was it? Why in the hell are you going to spend $2.50 on one of these poppies when you can get a freaking kombucha for the same price? So I got them both. I bought them both so that I can show them to you when I get a chance. Beer bitter. What the hell is this? Oh, that's the, I got fish in there too. Beer batter. So I got to get up to at least, it's going to take another hour or 45 minutes at least just to make it home. Then I'm going to have to charge it up at home. That's going to be kind of expensive. Because it was foggy this morning, but it probably won't be foggy tomorrow. And, I don't want to go through Avenel and then charge. I'm just going to go home and just charge the car at home and charge it up for free later. So I got 3 avocados, but they don't look very good. And I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get ripe. But I got 3 avocados. I just went ahead and I got the cheap corned beef because they didn't even have the low sodium corned beef up there anyway, and it's $2 difference. So I got the corned beef. It's $3.50. It's from Brazil. And oh no, the Poppy drink is only $2. The kombucha is $2.57, $2.60, something like that, $2.50. And the Poppy root beer is $2, so it's 50 cents more for the kombucha. So, I'll check it out and see what it's all about, and then I'll let you know. Right? Because I told you they're not using the stuff for root beer. The hell's that? Sarsaparilla. That's what it is. Sarsaparilla. The root of sarsaparilla. Until 1960s, they used to make root beer with sarsaparilla root. That's what gave it its flavor and everything. This is why everybody loved root beer. Then in 1960, these bozos over here told them to take this substance out of it that's in the sarsaparilla root. So these people are using something different because that constituent that's in the sarsaparilla is ecstasy. It's a piece of cake for anybody to make ecstasy off of that substance that's in sarsaparilla. How does that grab you? You don't believe me? Look for yourself. Just say, ask Google or AI, what herb is used to make root beer? And it'll tell you. That's how I found out. Because these people are being kind of goofy. And but it's getting better. I'm off sodas. I'm off the sodas. These things hit the spot. They don't taste perfect like a soda, right? They're only using 1/4 of the soda. If they really give the damn about keeping sales for pleasing people's, keeping people with a product that tastes good, they're not. They're want to poison your ass because they make freaking bank when you become not well from their other buddies. It's a big freaking, it's a hustle between them. It's a conspiracy. And so if they did want to, if they wanted to get you off of that nasty crap and give you something that you would be satisfied with, why don't they just say half sugar? Think about it. Have they ever come out with something and said half the sugar? No. They want to put in such a little bit amount that you go, you don't want it. But this stuff is good. It's good stuff. It hits the spot, for the carbonated drinks and stuff. It hits the spot. You can get off of it with these products that they're making now. It's just that they cost a little bit more. They cost about 5 times more or 4 times more. Okay, but the price is coming down. It's coming down. Kombuchas used to be $5, right? And now the price is coming down. To other companies, I got me one right now. I got the berries because berries are antioxidants. I got a kombucha for $2.50, basically, right? The price is coming down. They used to be $5. And so I got me those beans I was talking about. The black beans are better than the pinto beans, actually, I think. For the refried. You got to use lard for the refried beans to really be good. Have you ever noticed that the restaurants are so freaking stingy with their freaking refried beans? They hardly give you nothing. So I didn't go over there to Aldi. I didn't go to Aldi to get the sourdough bread. I said, F that, dude. I got some other things to do. I'm not going to be spending another freaking half hour just to get the bread. So I just grabbed me some more of the Dave's Killer bread. But that's a crying shame that freaking Walmart won't freaking straighten up and fly right and sell this bread that Aldi is selling. It's $2 cheaper than Dave's Killer bread. And it only has 3 ingredients in it. 3 good ingredients. Okay? So, Walmart needs to straighten up and fly right and get all that freaking nasty ass, poisoned ass bread off the shelves. That's a freaking crime scene. When you walk through there, picture a freaking crime tape on that whole bread aisle. But, so I just went ahead and I grabbed the Dave's Killer bread. But it's a crying shame because I'm going to try to make myself a filet of fish sandwich. But with this kind of bread, it takes a little bit more time because you have to warm up the bread, right? And I don't have a great big stove with different things. So I prepare this in this one. And then I put the bread on top of the fish and close the lid. And then it comes out perfect. Right? But sometimes you're too hungry and you don't have time to do all that stuff, so you just eat the bread cold. And I'm not using the microwave. Of course, you can throw it in the microwave and that'll make it, you know, uh, that'll make it fresh and stuff like that. But microwave's not good, right? Because it puts vibrations in there, and the vibrations are not good. That's what they say. So I believe it, you know. In worst case scenarios, yeah, I'll throw something in the microwave. If it's, you know, have a hangover and you need to eat something, and throw it in the microwave and eat while you got an appetite. But as far as, you know, making myself some hot coffee in the morning in the microwave, no, I'm staying away from that. I've been making all my hot chocolates on the hot plate. Okay, so yeah, but I got the beans. So I got some pretty good stuff. I got some stuff for a sandwich. Just I forgot the mushrooms. I wanted to get the broccoli and the cauliflower, but that crap is expensive for organic. It's like $3.50 a bag. So I was like, which one do I want? Which one do I want? Well, I know that this one has a cauliflower tastes better because you can put it in butter. But when you have both of them, you can eat them as like a salad and put dressing on them, right? And eat them raw, which is even better. But at least I got those, so maybe I'll have a little bit like a salad. I finally got burnt out on that one salad. I still have one. It's a baby something vegetables. So here comes somebody to pick up his car. So that's good to know that they don't leave them here forever. Okay, I need to take another reading here. And then I got a 100-ounce pack of waters. I got the little waters. Is there anybody in here? Yeah, there is people. I got a whole bunch of little waters because when I wake up in the morning, I've been doing a regimen. Yeah, I've been doing a regime. Now I'm confused. I've been doing a little routine, okay, in the morning, trying to get rid of any possible candida and other microbes. I've been drinking, well, when I first wake up in the morning, I drink vinegar because that's good for heartburns, right? You would think that that's backwards, but it's not. It actually works. And then it like cleans you out because, you know, you can tell, you know, like when you were younger, when you were hungry, your stomach would growl, but it was like a healthy growl. But as you get older, it doesn't do that anymore. But with the vinegar, it does. So I've been doing a regimen of that, and also working in some of this Dr. Young Soo Kim. You can see it on my Facebook page. Okay, you can go in and read this about Dr. Young Soo Kim. You know that if you come on here and you tell people there is a cure for such and such ailment, they can put you in prison. Especially if you're not licensed in that field. Just you saying that in this country, the United States, they've made it a law. And the FDA will come to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning with no search warrant, with guns, and bust your freaking door down and take your ass to prison. You don't believe me? Do it. Okay. So, this person is doing just that very thing. He's Dr. Young Soo Kim. He discovered something in Canada about like 20 years ago. Okay. The pharmaceutical industry was going to give him billions of dollars to buy the patent from him and to freaking hide it in obscurity for eternity. But he didn't. And Kevin Trudeau was talking about this 20 years ago. Why do you think they tossed him in jail and then into prison for almost 10 years for freaking bogus bullcrap? Okay? Okay. So I went looking for it and it was nowhere to be found, but I finally found it. And you can see all the information. He's saying that exactly what I told you. There's no way he could be saying this if it wasn't true. They don't want nobody to know about it. That's why they're not making a fuss about it. But it's right there for you to read it. They don't want anybody to know about it because if the people find out about it, even if they took him to court, the whole thing, the truth would be revealed. It's Dr. Young Soo Kim or Kim Soo Young, one or the other, but it's on my Facebook page. You can read it. It's got everything right there for you to read it about a cure for a certain ailment. And I'm not saying, I can't say the words. Okay. Maybe later on, but you can go in there and find out. It's the D word. Okay. It's the most ailment that this is their bread and butter off everybody having this not wellness, this ailment. This is their bread and butter. Okay? And so that he's talking about, okay? They sell it in a liquid, so I've been taking that in the morning. I haven't been taking it lately, okay? But eventually I plan to work that back in. I also got cayenne pepper. The oil of cayenne pepper. I haven't started taking that either, but I am taking the oregano oil because I guess somebody put up something on the shorts on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, and they put Hulda Clark over there. And I remember that video that Hulda Clark made, and she had always promoted black walnut, wormwood, and cloves for parasite cleanse. That's what she always that's what she wrote about. But on this movie she actually said oregano oil. Okay, oregano oil and something else. I don't know if there's any somebody's fooling with the audio or not, but I almost remember I'd have to search around to find that video of her. I don't know where that video is. I used to have it. It's probably around somewhere. I got tons and tons of CDs. I used to mail out CDs to everybody, right? I used to put CDs in letters, and I was mailing hundreds of them to people. I mailed Leonard Horowitz, In Lies We Trust. I mailed the Ventura, whatchamacallit, with Bob Beck, right? And I also had this one with Hulda Clark, and I think I remember her saying that. But anyway, yes, I'm taking the, in the morning, I take the oil of oregano. And this is what I guess is used to fight candida. And because candida does all kinds of crap. And from what Kevin Trudeau was saying, if you've ever taken an antibiotic, you have freaking candida. Okay? Because that's what the antibiotic does. It kills everything. And then candida overtakes all the good stuff or whatever, the bad stuff. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just repeating the way I remember it being told online. Okay, so I've got to get going. I'm losing track here. Okay, I'm up to 44 already. And the time is 3:30. Okay. So, yeah, so I bought those waters for that because it's too much trouble for me to wake up. When I wake up and it's cold, we still got a little bit more of cold. this January and February, it's going to start getting better again. Lovers month, right? And so we're almost through the worst part. December and January are the coldest, but nevertheless, we're still in January. So it's difficult to do it, to get out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, then go over there and stand by the, because I got the electric blankets nice and warm and toasty. And to get a big old gallon of water and then pour it into one of my empty juice bottles, and then take the oil of oregano and put 10 drops in it and drink it. This way it's easy. I can just grab one of these, it's already there, drop the oregano oil and drink it. So I've got a 16 pack that's good for over 2 weeks. So it's very much worth it, right? And well, I guess it is a little bit. I guess I should have got like 32, because I should have got like 32, because the water's good for you anyway, right? So they're about that big, waters. So one will be with like oregano oil, and then another half hour. No, the first one will be that stuff by Young Soo Kim, the same stuff that he's using, right? I mean, if you buy it from me, you know what it is. The Asians use it. They're the only ones who know how to cook this stuff. We don't know how to cook this crap, right? And so I've been taking it first, okay? And then like about half an hour later or 45 minutes later, then I'll take the oregano oil. But by this time, you're already starving, right? You already want to go have breakfast. So it's kind of difficult to time it right. But this should make it a lot easier, and that way I can be consistent and repeat that pattern every day. Okay, so here in California, we got paper bags, right? There's no more plastic bags. All the stuff that I got from Walmart is all paper bags. So that's pretty cool. And so I'm almost about to take off here, and because it took me all day long to do this, but I'm learning and getting better and better, and starting to know how it charges. And so I'm already up. Let's see, it started at 22, 32, 42. That's extra 20 miles already. And that's only a half hour. That's almost a minute. It's like a mile every minute and a half. When it gets up towards the top, that's when it starts taking a long time. So I've got something ordered, and I'll be able to read the amperage, right? So when the amperage starts slowing down a lot, I just unplug it and take off. So I got it ordered, and it should be here fast. I had to dish out a chunk of change for it. After I get better at knowing how far the car goes, because I'm writing it down, keeping track of it, then I can just be able to take off. But like it is right now, I'm just like, well, I do know, because let me see, how far is it to my house? It's okay, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's like 18 miles. So you just go like this. You go, okay, you need to go 18 miles, right? So all you do is you just go into your calculator and you go, I need to go 18 miles. And you keep track of all this because you're writing it down. So plus 33%, okay? Plus 33%. So you really need to go 24 miles, okay? And there's way more than 24 miles sitting on here. I got twice that amount. So I'm figuring this stuff out. But one thing I did forget is to get the diesel fuel. But I can get that from town. I think what I'll do is I'll just go straight through town. Yeah, because Avenel is 15 miles. So 15 times 33. I got way more miles, right? So eventually it'll be like this will be old hat. I'm like, okay, I know I can take off. I'll eventually be able to get it to where, within 5 miles. Eventually. I'm just seeing how this thing behaves right now. But yeah, they are doing a bunch of stuff to discourage the people from getting these. Okay, so Avenel is 15. I'm pretty damn sure it's 15. So 15 plus 33% is 20 miles. Yeah, I got twice that. And I can get myself the fuel. Well, I just let it charge up another like 10 minutes and then I'll take off and I'll get the fuel, or the diesel fuel, I mean, for the heater, and then go over and go through Avenel and get the charger. See, 47. Because I can get to Avenel and then there could be a car there, right? Charging. So I'm just going to let this charge up another 10 minutes. And that way, if there's a car there, I'll just keep going straight on to the house. But I got to get this cold oil because I've only got about that much left, right? So one thing of coal oil, like 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons, will last me 2 days. But right now, I don't even have 1 day worth of. There's no coal oil for tomorrow morning. Okie dokie. So we got this thing charging. It says there's still 2 hours of charging left, and that's all the information it tells me right now. Oh wait, you can open up the app and it'll tell you a little bit more information. But the thing I've got on the way, it gives you a lot more info. It tells you how many times this damn thing has been charged. It tells you how many times it's been charged on slow charge, how many times on level 2, and how many times on fast charge. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, check this out. So it'll go over and it'll tell you what's going on with your charge session. It's supposed to. Okay, we're on which number are we on? 3, I think it's number 1. Let me try number 1. Okay, it says 6.6 thousand watts. Oh, this is saying start charge, so this can't be it. Okay, yeah, see this one tells you if it's available. So I need to use this on the other that one so that I can see what's going on. I know it can't. Let me try number. It can't be number 3. It'd either be number 1 or number 4. Yeah, number 4. That's gonna be that one over there. It says it's in use. Oh yeah, the electricity over in Hanford was even cheaper than this. It was only 20 cents. How crazy is that? Okay. So this must be. Well, I tried number 1 and it said that it's available. Let me go run out there and check. Okay, it's number 4. It's number 4. Okay. Here we go. Yes, I don't know where to complain about that one at the police station. Who would you complain to about that? The county, right? The county that gets all that freaking money to make these things available. And these people are freaking playing the freaking fiddle. Right? What are they doing with the money? Okay, it says that this one is out of service. And it's sitting here, I'm charging on it. It says it was last used 30 days ago. You see how goofy all this stuff is? It says number 4 right up on there. And here it is. It says number 3 is in use. It says number 1 is available. So that must be that guy way out there. Why would they be all goofed up? It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's saying number 1 is available. And number 4 is the one I'm on. It says it's out of service. So it doesn't even recognize that I'm charging now. When I was over in Hanford, it put out a big old screen and it showed me how much watts I was using and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm at a good rate I think is good. So I'm going to attempt to go there. And when you have that thing, you can say end the session. So this thing is obviously goofy. So you can imagine all the people who are, going through this mess. So I'm just going to unplug it and get on down the road. Put my stuff back in here. I got to get that home before that fish starts to go bad. I'm going to eat good tonight. Yeah, this one's goofy as all get out. It says it's offline, that it's charging 0 cents. Yeah, that one was goofy, very goofy. It says that this thing is offline. They don't know how much it was. That $0 it will be added up or something like this when it's calculated. You see, they're sitting here watching. They're listening. Okay, so we'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know who this one dude is who keeps saying stupid things. Is good, yeah, it is. I mean, it's good for you. The other stuff is freaking poison. Okay, talk to you in a little while.